So we're finally doing a deck tech on the Dark Lord of the Sith himself, Darth Vader, one of the strongest characters in all of the Star Wars universe, one of the strongest leaders in the game, honestly, as well. We're basically like taking the starter deck that you get with the Luke and Darth Vader starter decks and upgrading it. If you want to just, order the deck as it is, you can do that. But if you already have the Vader starter deck and you want to just know what pieces to take out and what pieces to add in, I'll have all the changes either in the description or in the top comment, depending on how much room I have. But this is my take on a Darth Vader green deck. It's like Vader Ramp, but more so mid-rangey than full ramp or with a bunch of big late game bombs. And this is what I call Vader Force Ramp. And as you can see on the pricing, it's a good $75 deck without Vader. If you were to sub out Vader for like reinforcement walkers, Blizzard AT-ATs, stuff like that. The deck is pretty affordable, but with Vader, as of recording right now, April 16th, he is $100. April 15th, April 16th, $100. So he's up there now. But the prices will come down here in the next couple of months. So yeah, if you don't have $300 laying around for a set of Darth Vaders, wait a couple months and just play this deck on Tabletop Simulator with your friends, people in the Discord, stuff like that. I'm going to try and make these deck tech videos a little shorter. That seems to be something that you guys kind of want. Maybe no like 20-25 minute plus videos anymore. So I'm going to be sort of quick and sort of precise, or at least as much as I can be. And then, all the links and all the description with the deck list and everything's going to be down in the comment section below or down in the description below, as it usually is. So without further ado, let's hop into it. So why is Darth Vader such a strong leader? Well, not only when you flip him and deploy him, he's a 5/8. 7 resources does take a little bit of work to get there, which is why we have plenty of Superlaser Technicians and resupplies to help us sort of cheat our way there. But on deploy, when you attack, you deal 2 damage to unit, not limited to ground, so space or ground is susceptible for the 2 damage. And then even when he's in his leader mode, you pay 1 resource and you exhaust him. And if you do, or if you have played a villainous card this phase, you get to deal 1 damage to a unit and 1 damage to a base. You can use this to proc your own Superlaser Technician. You can use it to ping down some bigger units on the opponent's side of the field, or to take out something with 1 HP remaining. Works very well with ECL or Energy Conversion Lab. So if you ECL rushed out Superlaser Technician, dealt 2 damage to something, you then would be able to ping it for the last HP if it had 3 HP. It has a bunch of really nice synergies in this deck, and overall, insane leader. And Energy Conversion Lab, you already know. So first up, let's go over the ground units. We have Death Star Stormtrooper. He is a 1 aggression villainy, 3/1 Imperial Trooper. Just a 1 cost, but it's a really good hit off of the actual Darth Vader unit commanding the First Legion. This card right here, it's super good to hit off of Darth Vader. So, it's not super important, but it's a good early game drop to have on the board. 3 damage is no joke, especially if you have initiative as well. First Legion Stormtrooper, while attacking a damaged unit, this unit gets +2/+0 and gains Overwhelm. And Overwhelm is basically like Trample from Magic the Gathering, where any extra damage, say it has 4 attack when it's attacking and it's attacking into a Death Star Stormtrooper, for example, with 1 HP, you'll be dealing 3 damage to the base after killing Death Star Stormtrooper. Super strong, just super good early game play. Seasoned Shoretrooper, we're going to be hopefully ramping, not a whole lot of ramping, but we do have 3 super laser techs and then 2 resupplies in the deck. So you'll hit 6 resources pretty early on. So it'll be a 4/3 for 2, pretty good value. Snowtrooper Lieutenant 2/2, and when played, you may attack with a unit. If it's Imperial unit, it gets +2/+0 for this attack. So when it comes to the deck list, these are all the ground units. These are all the ships. The only unit in the deck that is not Imperial is Consortium Star Viper, but literally everything else can be triggered off of Snowtrooper Lieutenant, and it's again a super good hit off of Darth Vader to cheat it out, do some damage. So super good there. Cell Block Guard, your standard 3 for 3/3 Sentinel, really nice body. Now, this is where my Darth Vader ramp deck is a little bit different. So when it comes to Force units, I actually have 10, 3 Fifth Brothers, 2 Seven Sisters, 3 Vaders, and then 2 Emperor Palpatines. Also, whenever Darth Vader is flipped, he is a Force unit as well. And these are there for, you know, the good old fashioned force package. We're running 2 force lightnings, 3 force throws, and 2 force chokes. So those cards just help us, you know, extract more value out of these cards. These are very good tempo pieces, controlling pieces that sort of help you mitigate damage and, you know, offset your opponent while you're trying to ramp into the mid to late game to drop in your Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader bombs. So with Fifth Brother, he is a 3 cost 2/4. He gets raid 1 for each damage on him, and on attack you may deal 1 damage to him and then 1 damage to another ground unit. It can be friendly, it can be foe, whichever one. As long as you deal 1 damage to him, then you can do that. Again, also very good synergy with Darth Vader, the leader side, because you can ping 1 off of him, you can ping another off of Vader. Just do your damage. Next up, Superlaser Technician. Everybody knows the king of ramp. 3 for 2/1. When defeated, you put it into play as a resource and ready it as well. Super good. It's a super good energy conversion lab target. You can ping it with your own Darth Vader. Next, 5 cost 3, 6, 7 sister force unit, Imperial. See, look at that, Imperial. See. It's a 3/6 Saboteur, so forget about the shields, forget about Sentinel. This thing is going straight to base. And when it does deal combat damage to an opponent's base, you can deal 3 damage to a ground unit that the opponent controls. Super good. It's like removal on a body with Saboteur as well. Nothing stopping it from getting in that base damage. Darth Vader, the $100 card of the day. Again, replace it if you need to. But if you're just playing for fun on tabletop, you will see why he's $100. He really has a very explosive turn whenever you play him, especially if you can hit a couple cards. You know, you're doing combined cost 3 or less. You know, Snowtrooper Lieutenant and Death Star Stormtrooper is a pretty good combo. Even if you just do a cell block guard, that's pretty good. Fifth Brother and Superlaser Technician are good as well. Superlaser Technician not as good because by then you probably don't need another SLT, but Fifth Brother, Cell Block Guard, Snowtrooper Lieutenant are all pretty good hits, and Snowtrooper with the Death Star. You can Death Star plus Snowtrooper and then use Snowtrooper to target Death Star, or even Vader, or even, you know, any other unit you may have on the board. And then lastly, our last ground unit, the 8 cost 6/6 Master of the Dark Side, Emperor Palpatine himself. Force and Imperial, 2 important keywords. He has Overwhelm, so again, trample, and then when played, you deal 6 damage divided as you choose among enemy units. So you can zap the shit out of a lot of stuff. It's basically Overwhelming Barrage on a body. Overwhelming Barrage is a very good card, as you will see. So after the ground units, let's get on to space with Consortium Star Viper, a 3 cost 3/3. We don't really have too many ships in here. We are a ground focused deck in this one, but we do have some air support. No cheap ones other than Consortium. It's 3 costs. It's somewhat cheap, but no turn 1 plays in space. But while you have initiative, it has Restore 2. So into the Rebel matchup is if they were to play, you know, a Green Squadron A-Wing, you take initiative and then you ECL out Consortium Star Viper. Not only does it kill it and lives, but you also have Restore 2 since you have initiative. So if they did any damage to it on turn 1, it's gone. You use your energy conversion lab action, but you want to stay as close to 25 life as possible while you're ramping into your bigger units. Next up, Imperial Interceptor, nice removal on a body. When played, you deal 3 damage to another space unit. And then Ruthless Raider or Woofless Wader, depending on if you have a lisp or not. It is a 6 cost 4/6 when played and when defeated, which is very important. When played and when defeated, deal 2 damage to an enemy base and 2 damage to an enemy unit, either ground or space. So again, just tons of synergy in these units, not only with each other, but with Energy Conversion Lab, with Darth Vader as a leader, as a deployed leader, as a in-base leader, in-house leader. Super, super good. We do have a couple of upgrades in the deck as well. We're running 2 of both Vader's Lightsaber and Traitorous. Vader's Lightsaber, again, it's basically removal. It's +3/+1, costs 2, and if you attach it to Darth Vader, you can deal 4 damage to a ground unit. So you actually have 4 targets. You can put it on either one of the 3 Darth Vader units or Darth Vader himself, the leader, when deployed. And then we also have 2 of Traitorous. This is just a fun card that I like playing, especially if they're putting a lot of focus into one unit that does cost 3 or less. Taking control of it is a very big tempo swing, especially if you get the right one. Most of the time, this is a resource card, but if I see them paying extra attention to one card, or if it's just a card that I may not have an answer to at that time, but need to get rid of because I'm trying to conserve my HP, Traitorous does come in very good handy. Very good handy. I don't know what I'm talking about. And last but not least, the event starting with the Force package here, 2 of lightning, 3 throws, and 2 chokes. Force lightning is very, very good. It's very good into K2SOs, Superlaser Technicians, any card with Sentinel, because just for 1 cost, a unit loses all abilities for this phase. That's good in and of itself. But if you have a Force unit, which you have 11 of technically, you can pay any number of resources and deal 2 damage to the chosen unit for each resource paid. So it's 1, but then say you spend 5 and you're dealing 8 damage to something. Like, insane amount of damage on Force Lightning. Force Throw, I've never really targeted myself with Force Throw in this deck, which is how I like to do it because it's funnier. It's not super smart because it's card disadvantage if you're targeting yourself and discarding your own card, but I find it to be funny because I get to choose how much damage is going on. But Force Throw is super good, especially with all the Force units we're running. And then Force Choke is most of the time a 1 cost, deal 5 damage to a non-vehicle unit. So that's super good as well. Next up, we have 2 open fires, just good solid removal, 3 cost, deal 4 damage. Then we have 2 resupplies, as mentioned before, helpful for ramping. You just put it into play as a resource. It's not ready or anything like Superlaser Technician, but for 3, helping you get ramped into the mid to late game a little bit faster. Even ramping you into your leader itself, super, super important. With him costing 7 to flip, if you have at least 1 SLT and 1 resupply, he's out on turn 4 versus turn 6. So makes a pretty big difference. And then last but not least, we have 3 overwhelming barrages, one of the best board wipes in the game. You give a unit +2/+2, and then it deals damage equal to its power divided as you choose among any number of other units. So you get to choose your damage, how much you're doing to boom, 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 each individual unit. One time I had a Vader's lightsaber on Darth Vader, so I dealt 10 damage. It was a board wipe. He had, I think it was 4 or 5 units and they were all gone. It was a Leia red deck, so it was very, very satisfying. So yeah guys, that's the Vader Force Ramp deck. If the pace was a little bit better in this video, let me know. If you liked that I was a little bit slower in some of the other videos and trying to take my time more so explaining each individual reason why the cards are in the deck, let me know as well. I want to just, make the videos, catering to as many people as possible. Also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. We are growing a lot faster than I ever thought we would. Just subscribe, that way you're not missing any other videos. The next video I upload probably will be before the 3 days, because I think I'm going to try and get out a gameplay video for you guys. No spoilers about that, but I'm putting in a little bit of work on that and hopefully it turns out good. I don't know if it will yet, but I have some pretty good ideas and hopefully it looks good at least. It takes a lot to record a webcam game, so hopefully that goes well. If you guys like the deck, make sure to let me know. If you have any recommendations, guys, please, for leaders, color combinations, just ideas or synergies in general, even specific cards to build around, let me know. I'm having a whole lot of fun building decks. I'm seeing it as a challenge. It's helping me learn the game, get better at the game even, and I really love this game, so I do want to get better. So yeah, just let me know. This has been James with Make an Opening. Catch you next time. Peace.